today, this morning.
Yes, appreciate you.
Okay, take care. We need to take a break. Stephen will join us on the other side.
KSYL. Deer season is fast approaching, and Verzweifeld Farm in Boyce has just what you need. Stock up on high-quality, locally grown deer corn to attract those trophy bucks. This corn is triple clean, and they sell it in 50-pound bags or by the pallet. They'll load it, too, by appointment only. So give Trevor a call at 318-715-1322 or visit Verzweifeld Farms online. Remember, get your corn at the farm. That's Verzweifeld Farm on Hot Wells Road in Boyce. 318-715-1322.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. Now back to Talkback.
All right, we're back here on Talkback. 318-442-8255, BOM Bank Talk Line. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm here. Well, about 2 minutes later than I usually would be on a drop-off day, because I'm dropping my daughter off at daycare, but we're here.
Busy day yesterday. You were all over the place.
Yeah. Mike Johnson came into town, the speaker, Mike Johnson of the U.S. House.
They kind of kept that under wraps, didn't they?
Yeah, I think with Capitol Police and the security, with all that, kind of kept it under wraps a little bit. But big crowd at the chamber meeting at the Randolph Riverfront Center, where he spoke for about 30, 40 minutes and then did a Q&A with Deborah Randolph, who is the president of the Cenla Chamber.
Right.
Talked about a number of different things. Start off with Charlie Kirk, saying he was his dear friend, meant a lot to the young people in the community or the country. Talked about tariffs. He talked about a number of things. And so we also got to ask him some questions at the end of the meeting. And usually, I will commend him for this. Usually, whenever you have those media gaggles with someone higher up, like a senator or, Speaker of the House, couple questions and they cut you off and you're out.
Right.
We just didn't have any more questions. Yeah, he just sat there and answered them.
Wow.
And, politics aside, I'm not saying I disagree with him. It's just he's always been a respectful human being.
Yeah.
And we've always enjoyed working with him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can't really find a guy that's more engaging to talk with than the current House Speaker.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Even if you disagree with him, one of the smartest people.
And I've known him for a while because at one point he was the dean of the proposed law school for then Louisiana College, an effort that never really got off the ground, unfortunately. And from there, he ran for the Louisiana legislature. He made that and then parlayed that into his Congress seat, which he has kept for several years now. And now he's the Speaker of the House, amazingly enough.
Yeah. It's amazing. It still kind of shocks me that he is. Just because me and you talked about it whenever he was in Congress, like the first or second term. Like, man, I could probably see him being a speaker. We probably never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
But the turn of events, everything that happened, very unique. Even with Scalise and his health, it just was all lining up for him to get to that spot. And, here he is, and third in line to be president.
It's crazy.
And now that he's so young and he holds that seat, even if he loses it to, say, Hakeem in a year, if they win back control, he'll probably be the front runner almost every time unless something drastic happens.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be in that position a lot.
Still fairly young. Is he in his 40s, I think, probably?
I'm not sure, honestly. He's got to be in his 50s, I think.
Think so? Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll look it up. But yeah, it was a good meeting. We talked about, the one thing he didn't talk about during his speech that a reporter asked him about was carbon capture sequestration projects. I think you played some sound of what he had to say.
Yeah.
He said, I think it cut off the first part a little bit. He said that he heard from both sides in his meeting with politicians beforehand. And that's something that they're going to have to look at, the science behind it. Basically, what should we believe? And then went on to say, well, energy is very important for Louisiana. So it was kind of a non-definitive answer.
And he seemed to indicate that we want to send more energy to Europe so that they're not as reliant on Russia.
Russian oil.
For example.
Yeah.
But, I thought it was a pretty nebulous answer that he gave to that question. He's 53, by the way.
Okay.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
But he's got those boyish looks.
He does. And we worked with him a lot when I was anchoring up in Shreveport. So, because that's where he's from. And everyone got a big kick out of that. I remember Fox and was it Fox and Friends? Is that what they call it in the morning?
Yeah.
Came down to Strawn's.
Oh,
did a
did they?
live show there whenever
Wow.
he was elected speaker. If you haven't been to Strawn's, you know it's very important to Shreveport. And
Great pie.
great strawberry pie. The owner there is a character. He's real nice.
Colorful.
Very colorful guy. Super cool. But yeah, it was a good meeting. It wasn't really publicized for security reasons,
Yeah.
and it was just for chamber members and the
Right.
media that was invited. And
Was it a luncheon or just people just showed up?
it was like what would you just call it when it's dessert, hors d'oeuvres or something?
Oh,
So it was
okay.
like
Yeah.
there's just some tables with some cupcakes.
Ah,
You know, Atwood's catered it, so
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
it was good. It was good for him to stop by, and of course, Rapides Parish is in his district now
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the redistricting.
Right.
And another thing we asked him about, and I'll post the sound later, is I don't know if you saw Secretary of War. Do we call it Secretary of War yet? Pete Hegseth
Yes.
is having that meeting
Summit,
with the
yeah.
top military officials.
Yeah.
People are calling it unprecedented. I don't have a list of what kind of meetings the
Mhm.
Department of Defense has had, but it sparked some interest. And I asked him what he thought it is. He goes, he says he doesn't know, and he'll be in touch. And he goes, I'm sure it's important, needed.
Had the Comey news broken by then, or did it
No,
come out? Okay.
no, it happened after.
Gotcha.
So that would have definitely been a question for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can talk about Comey if you want to.
Oh, we can get to that.
Okay, but yeah, nothing crazy came out of it. There were some moments that I'll try and post, or maybe I can play him here later or Monday, where he's describing some of the behind-the-scenes trade agreements
Mm-hmm.
with President Trump. Now, not to be too long-winded because he tells it so much better, but he goes, Trump was meeting with the top delegation from Japan, and they were discussing it, and he gets an urgent message from Trump saying, get up here now. We need you. And so he gets up there. He has no idea what it's about. And so he walks in, and he's like, and he would mimic Trump's voice. He goes, Speaker Johnson, you think the people of Louisiana would like the rice prices to be this way? And then Mike's like, he says he kind of got what he was doing. He's like, oh, no, sir, not at all. He goes, see, they're not going to take it. And then he was like negotiating with
Right.
the Japanese delegation and just the back and forth. And
Wow.
he also gave a Japanese accent too. So it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'll try and get that sound later. I thought it was an interesting behind the scenes story, and you know, and then also Charlie Kirk was the thing he opened up with. You know, he says he was good friends with him,
Yeah.
and that this is rocking the nation for a lot of young people. And he said his wife says that there might be a lot of young people who need some sort of mental trauma counseling after this. I mean, because it was pretty graphic and
Mhm,
gory. I mean, it was awful stuff.
Yeah.
And how this is you know, good versus evil, right versus wrong rhetoric that we've been seeing. And tariffs, he goes, we believe that we just need a little bit more time. You have to trust in the president, his strategy, and things like this take time. So not to be too concerned yet is what he's advocating for.
Well, yeah. Yesterday they announced that actually the second quarter economy numbers were better than originally that had been announced.
Yeah.
So all the doom and gloom hasn't really come to play like
No.
they've said it would. which-
Except for maybe farmers, but I think they're hoping to get some relief for them in the Midwest.
yeah.
But I mean, they were very open about it. Senator Kennedy
Mhm.
here in Louisiana said there's probably going to be some pain, so I don't think that would be that wouldn't be a shock to anybody.
Yeah.
But if it works, it works. And I mean, he was very open about doing it. People elected him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Same with immigration, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
He was very open about what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And so they elected him, and let's see if it works.
Yep. All right. We have a call coming in. Let's take that. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hi, Alan, Steve. It's Deborah Randolph.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Appreciated the coverage yesterday, Stephen, and we were happy and, of course, honored to host the U.S. House Speaker. And as you would imagine, with his schedule, it's not like other members of Congress when something is scheduled with him. It's very little lead time, and that was certainly the case in this instance. And so I literally was asked to put it together and have the chamber host 8 days ago.
Yeah.
So the first challenge was getting a venue that was open for that date. with very little time left. And so I'm so glad we were able to make the Randolph Riverfront Center work for it.
Well, it looked like
And,
y'all were planning it for months. It was really well put together.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. A lot of work went into it, and our local law enforcement, I can't say enough about the Alexandria Police Department, as well as the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office that worked with the Capitol Police security detail, who came in town in advance to work out the details of in and out of the building, et cetera. And so I appreciate them and their work on this. But yes, and it was a little bit different time of day. We, as you well know, usually host luncheons, and they're usually pretty completely open to both chamber members and non-chamber members. And this was a 3 p.m. event, so that we chose to serve wonderful desserts from, obviously, from one of our locally owned bakeries, and some soft drinks and coffee. And so we think folks enjoyed having those. And yes, I do think it went well. At some of the other locations in the state through his district, over the past week, other chambers have hosted, such as the Shreveport and Bossier chambers work together in Shreveport, and a similar format was done for that one, which is he spoke, and then those 2 chamber leaders asked him questions that they gathered from their chamber members.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were asked to gather questions in advance from our chamber members and have me ask those in a chat, a little conversation on the stage after his address. And so we were happy to do that, and you highlighted some of those. It was the current events that are on people's minds, obviously immigration, tariffs, the provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill that are the extension of the 2017 tax cuts, for example, but there's other economic development tools in the bill. And so those were discussed. And then I asked a Fort Polk question because of the importance of that installation to the state and to national defense. And so we talked about that some, and he talked about how supportive the surrounding communities are, both in Vernon Parish and in our Rapides Parish and all the surrounding parishes, Beauregard, et cetera, of that installation. And going forward, we'll continue to advocate for additional units at Fort Polk because there's room to house them there. And it will help the installation be viable going forward with troop strength and civilian jobs that are attached.
I got a question for you too, just kind of curious. So whenever I was in Shreveport Bossier working there as a journalist, one thing that everyone was excited about is, we're going to have the Speaker of the House. It's going to make a huge difference, and I think it has in that area. What are some things that you've seen here that has been an advantage to have a speaker that's in your district?
Well, Fort Polk would be one example because it's a constant. It's one of the issues we work on without end in terms of advocating for the infrastructure needs, for new buildings and those kinds of things, road access that facilitate their training. So we advocate on an ongoing basis to get those things funded. Mm-hmm. And we advocate, obviously, for the troop strength to continue because it's a constant process with the Army to evaluate the military installations, and they move units around, obviously, for various reasons. And so it has certainly helped with some of the changes the Army had coming down the pike that were announced to have the speaker there to make sure that there were no drastic cuts of troops at Fort Polk. So that's certainly one example.
For sure. Well, I don't think people realize, I guess us politically minded people and you guys and our smart callers know that it's such a big deal to have the Speaker of the House in your district. That's insane, especially for Louisiana. But it is such a big deal, and it still kind of blows my mind to this day.
Right. And it's with other things too. Look, I bring up infrastructure in general too, for his district and for Louisiana. But we've got the Speaker of the House and the Majority Leader in Steve Scalise, and we've got well-positioned members of Congress on committees. Like Julia Letlow, our former Congresswoman, is on appropriations, which is amazing because she hasn't served in Congress that long. And so we're well positioned. And a lot of people say, gosh, Louisiana punches above its weight with holding the positions in Congress, topping off with a U.S. House Speaker right now. And so it is something that we are intent on taking advantage of right now, having them there. And it's an opportunity to get some things done for Louisiana.
Well, Deborah, thank you so much for calling in this morning, and we're glad that the Speaker could make a stop here in Central Louisiana. Thank you for all your effort.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics.
You too could have a beautiful smile in as little as 12 weeks. Exclusive to Today's Dental in Pineville, Virtual Align Clear Aligners, the fastest, most convenient, affordable way to straighten your teeth for people on the go. Plus, they're invisible. No one will know you're doing it. Experience the Virtual Align difference. Call Today's Dental at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. 448-4540.
When you think of real estate, one name is at the top of the list: Ritchie Real Estate. Matt and his team are experts when buying and selling homes, businesses, land, leases, or even industrial buildings. And at Ritchie Real Estate, they can even handle all of your property management needs. They make the entire process easy and as stress-free as possible. They are your full-service choice for anything in real estate. Trust the professionals and find them online at RitchieRealEstate.com.
Great news, everybody. Karen is back at Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express, located right there at the intersection of North MacArthur Drive and Bayou Rapides Road. Hungry for breakfast? Karen will hook you up with biscuits, croissants, subs, and all the hot coffee you can handle. Just stop by any weekday morning from 6 a.m. till 9 and get your day started right. It's breakfast just the way you like it. Fresh, hot, and satisfying. Now I'm hungry. At Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express on MacArthur Drive at Bayou Rapides Road.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
Slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
All right, we're back.
I wonder, is this like the top for Mike Johnson? Do you think he would ever be a potential presidential candidate? It seems perfect for him, but
Yeah. Could see it at least maybe in the future like a vice president. Not. But I mean, it seems like there are some stronger personalities out there on the Republican side that I think would line up ahead of him.
that's the problem. We need intellectual people, not boisterous people.
Well, I'm thinking like J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio.
Yeah, I think Marco would be pretty decent.
Little Marco. Remember how he was Little Marco?
Just think of that, how times change so quickly.
Now he's Big Marco.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting.
AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3, HD3, Alexandria.
Is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is about to open today's session of the UN General Assembly in New York.
The Prime Minister is expected to speak out against countries who have recognized a Palestinian state in his address to the UN and also in his meetings with leaders on the sidelines.
He comes following a President Trump who has basically laid the predicate.
But the main event won't be in New York, but at the White House, says former State Department Middle East negotiator Aaron David Miller.
It'll come on Monday when he sits with the president.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
At President Trump's urging, a federal grand jury has indicted a longtime foe, former FBI Director James Comey. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
In an untraditional move, the new acting U.S. Attorney, Lindsay Halligan, was the only one to sign the charging documents. No other assistant U.S. attorney did so. Last night, one longtime assistant U.S. attorney in Virginia resigned, citing this new case against James Comey.
Charges obstruction and making a false statement to Congress. When Comey testified in 2020 in a social media post, he maintains his innocence and says, let's have a trial. You could wind up paying more for furniture and medicine after the president slapped a new round of taxes on imports. As for meds, CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
Over $230 billion of imported drugs came into the U.S. last year. Now, what I do want to caveat is this announcement says that any drug company that has broken ground or is in construction on new manufacturing facilities in the U.S., they are exempt from that tariff.
This week, Eli Lilly, maker of popular weight loss drugs, announced plans to build a plant in Houston. Core inflation is holding steady. The Commerce Department says consumer spending was up just 0.3% in August, putting the annual rate at 2.7. That's about what analysts expected. Today's report also indicates the president's tariffs have had only a limited impact on consumer prices. Receive a government check every month? Don't look for an envelope in the mail.
Social Security checks are going paperless. Starting next week on September 30th, the administration says it will distribute funds to its nearly 70 million retiree recipients by direct deposit or debit card.
CBS's Jesse Mitchell. There's a new hurricane swirling in the Atlantic Ocean near the Virgin Islands. Meteorologist Craig Allen is keeping a close eye on it.
No direct landfall is expected from Umberto as it tracks to the north-northeast, and this is a very good thing because Umberto is likely to continue to intensify rapidly and become a major hurricane.
Dow futures are up 208. NAS futures ahead 83. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-497-0593. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-497-0593. That's 800-497-0593. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Sean Burns. Louisiana is in the midst of another industrial construction boom, and that could lead to growth in population. Leaders for a Better Louisiana CEO Adam Knapp says between now and 2030, there will be consistently about 10,000 people working on projects that include the Meta Data Center in Richland Parish and the Hyundai Steel Plant in Ascension Parish.
At the peak of the projects, which we said looks like it's going to be late 26, early 2027, that's when it'll be probably around 20,000. Just these 6 sites.
The state's moving closer to our goal of having an educational attainment rate of 60%. The Board of Regents says it's currently 52.5%, more than a full percentage point higher than last year. The education attainment rate is the proportion of people between the ages of 25 and 64 who have a credential beyond a high school diploma. Dr. Tristan Denley.
Employers right here in the state are asking for people to have exactly these credentials. And so we really do enable people to be able to get the good job that they want to get.
LRN.
This is Dr. Jonathan Hunter with the clinics. We provide primary, family, and chronic care along with gastroenterology, podiatry with on-site lab and x-ray services. I'm pleased to welcome family physician Dr. Noah Miller to our team. We are currently accepting new patients and same-day appointments are available. If you're admitted into the hospital, our doctors will see you there as well. Most insurance and Medicare are accepted. The clinic's on North Dalton, 445-9823, and online at theclinics.us.
Good morning. Sunny skies in store for us today. It's going to be nice. Afternoon highs 84 degrees. We'll see winds out of the north, so the humidity lower 5 to 10 miles an hour breezes today. Tonight, clear skies. We'll get down to 60 for the overnight low. And then get ready for an incredible weekend. Sunny skies Saturday and Sunday. We'll see the afternoon highs both days in the middle 80s. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
And welcome back. It is hour number 2 of Talkback here on your Friday morning. I'm Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell. Happy Friday to one and all as we jump into our program once again. Glad you guys could be with us. And our phone number, 318-442-8255. A lot to get to in the news here today for sure. So where do we even want to begin? My goodness, let me just say this before we get into heavy topics. Laughed my head off last night at LCU. It was the first performance of their new production, which is The Play That Goes Wrong. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a play about a play that goes wrong. Absolutely hysterical. The physical comedy, the props, just the acting. If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, take your spouse to just relax and unwind. Tonight at 7 o'clock, tomorrow at 7 o'clock, or tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it's at the Martin Performing Arts Center, The Play That Goes Wrong, and then they'll have performances again next weekend. I mean, I'm still laughing about some of it. It was really good.
That's good.
As the kids say, it was peak.
Never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I'm not around Gen Zers like you are.
Yeah, I've learned a lot more words, 6, 7 more words lately. Speaking of which, I saw that the Encyclopedia, Webster's, the online one maybe, they're adding like 500 new words? A whole bunch of them. And some of the words that they were adding are ones I hear the students use. So I'm trying to remember when you were in school, what were some of the unique words that you used back then?
Yeet.
Yeah, that one was kind of a thing.
I don't remember any of the other ones, honestly.
I don't know that you all really had that many.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So this generation, peak is a word. Aura.
What was yours?
When I was like in high school, college, probably cool, rad.
Yeah, us millennials don't need silly little words.
That one.
What? We don't need us millennials didn't need silly little words.
Oh, you didn't need silly little.
We're the we got ragged so much growing up, and we ended up being pretty chill.
Yeah. Next, you're going to tell me that you don't need silly little love songs.
I don't know what that is.
But I look around me and I see it as a sale.
Is that one of your old songs?
That's Paul McCartney and Wings. You ever heard that song, Silly Love Songs?
I don't know, probably.
What's wrong with that?
The one song that I know, do they sing Jet?
Yeah.
That's a good song.
That's a good song.
It's a great song.
It is. It is, but yeah. Peak is one. Aura is one that they use a lot. Bet is one they use. That's Fire.
Fire, yeah.
Dope.
There was I do Q93 too, and they have these stories, like stories on this website.
Yeah.
and they added a bunch of new words, and some of them, like they would give the description for them, and I was still confused as to what we were trying to convey. And so yeah, so they could be saying all sorts of horrible things about me. I just never know it.
Yeah.
But what's new, huh?
Sometimes in
all you Facebook commenters out there.
Yeah. Sometimes in a class. My goodness, yesterday, I don't know how many Facebook comments did we end up getting, and most of them came after the show.
It's probably about 40.
It was you and a man and a woman that were going at it all day.
I guess I didn't convey my opinion well enough on the radio, so I had to try and get it out there instead of being labeled as Jimmy Kimmel and demonizing the right or something. So, hey, I'm used to it. I've not to be like a little victim here, but when I worked in television news, it was constant.
Oh yeah,
people that I know in this community really well blasting me up for a story I did because their friend in politics did something they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And I'm just a bad guy. I'm fake news media because me and Lester Holt would collude with each other almost every night, and the media executives. And I got some messages too. I even had local people here, leaders, screaming in my face. Even since I've been back. So it's fine. I like a good discussion.
Steven doesn't need your abuse. He's got thousands of people dying of abuse.
Come on. Get in line, buddy.
All right, phones are lit up. We'll see where the adventures take us today. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call. I wanted to bring up somebody who is deserving of every bit of abuse they get. You saw that James Comey was indicted yesterday?
We did, yes.
Yeah. Listen, I hope that sucker goes to jail. His arrogance is what will bring down our republic if we actually do fall someday. He was so arrogant that he felt it gave him permission to play out of his lane. You know, when he talked about Hillary, if you remember that, which, she hated him for, but he got up there and said basically she's guilty, but no one would prosecute her, so I'm not going to file, for an indictment. That wasn't his job. His job was investigatory only. He was supposed to report only to his boss, the president. But no, which was Obama at the time. He took it upon himself to address the country and share his deep wisdom. And that, pride comes before destruction and the Holy Spirit before the fall. That's what the scriptures tell us. And the man is very intelligent, but his arrogance thwarts any benefit he could have been to our country or to his family, to himself, and that is what I hate to say truly detest about the guy, but you see it in his face. I don't know if you saw his answer yesterday. He said, "Let's have a trial." Did you see that?
Yeah, bring it on. Basically,
he posted it. Yeah. And he puts himself as the victim, and tyranny is before us, or whatever he said. No, he's just a guy who knew he wasn't supposed to do what he did, tried to cover his tracks, and it looks like Ted Cruz caught him in it. And I hope it plays out that way. Now, he'll have untold billions of dollars behind him for his legal fees, and I don't know if they'll eventually get him, but he needs to suffer so that it scares other people coming after him. You play your role. If you want to be president, you run for president. You take all the flack and all the targeting that comes with it. He didn't. He wanted to be the big man, but he didn't go through the process to become the big man. So anyways, I didn't mean to rant, but that guy really gets under my skin. And when Democrats say, "Oh, he was a Republican," yeah. No, he was a pure Republican, but he's a rhino and whatever other names I could think of to call him, he's deserving of it. Anyways, thanks for letting me speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, it looks like they have a pretty good case against him with the charges that they gave him.
Yeah.
I mean, it is plain and simple. And they're looking at that Clyburn testimony, right? And what we learned a couple of weeks ago, it looks like they might actually have a case. And I know there's some hoopla about or the Trump administration firing that the attorney or whatever.
In Maryland, yeah.
Could that be a concern? Possibly, but it looks like he was trying to halt the investigation, even though they said they had a good case against Comey.
Yeah.
So in this instance, it looks like I will say every time that Donald Trump does something, and sometimes I think it is warranted, but every time he does something, the only reaction they have is he's trying to kill democracy, or for one color, our constitutional republic.
Right.
So you can't use it every time, and that's the only thing that they have.
Yeah.
But it looks like they actually have a pretty decent case, in my non-law opinion.
Yeah. I will say this, if you want to read a good review of what this is all about, if you go to justthenews.com, that's John Solomon's website, Jerry Dunleavy wrote a long, detailed article about it, and it really is very balanced, I feel. Like, after I read it, it really just kind of tells you, here's what's going on. He basically says Comey doubled down on media leak denial after the Durham inquiry, and it just got him indicted.
Yeah,
So
and Catherine Herridge has some good stuff, too.
Yeah. So there are some journalists out there that try to kind of not be so political, and I appreciate that, because I think that's the biggest thing is people are struggling to know what is real, what do I believe, what's spin, what's politically slanted. And, just again, frankly, I was just listening this morning to the various newscasts, and just the way the story's framed all the time,
And I think we have to be careful with too much executive overreach, and that's something we should all be aware of. But I think in this case, they got a good case.
I mean,
against
it's
Trump.
funny that now you're like hearing people say, this Trump weaponizing the justice system and blah. And I'm like, wait, what happened in the 4 years he was out of office? My goodness.
I think one thing they would argue is that it's Trump openly calling out, saying that this needs to happen.
Yeah.
And you could claim the Biden administration didn't openly do that.
Right.
But we could probably guess that there was some talks about it.
Oh, yeah, behind the scenes.
But I can't assume, right?
It's just like the whole censorship issue. Everyone's screaming about Jimmy Kimmel, which more and more looks like ABC just simply made that decision. And I know people are like, oh, it's because of the merger, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But
I think it's a mix of both, honestly. I mean, I think that's a factor when you're thinking of...
I think their affiliates were getting hammered from phone calls and things like that after he made that comment about Charlie Kirk. But be that as it may, what story got almost zero national attention this week? YouTube admitting to the Justice Committee that they censored free speech during the Biden administration because the Biden administration asked them to.
100%.
Pressured them to. Yeah. And that's like not even being talked about. To me, that's one of the biggest scandals of the week that nobody's talking about.
And I think that we all need to agree that no matter what side it comes from, it has to be squashed and we have to call it out. We can't accept things like that.
Right.
And just because the side did it before doesn't mean we do it too, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what's happening, especially in the Kimmel situation, but we have to fight against authoritarian regimes that do such things.
Let's go to another phone call this morning. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
So I have this doctor friend of mine he graduated LSU. He was a surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
He became a surgeon. Well, after a while, he decided he just wanted to read X-rays. So that's what he did. Him and some of his friends, they just read X-rays. They didn't do more surgery anymore.
Why?
I haven't seen him in a while, but he was making several $100,000 a year just reading X-rays.
Interesting. Probably a lot less pressure too.
Yeah, well, he had a room set up in his house with his big computer displays, and he would sleep in that room because when he was on call, it didn't wake his wife up. So he would sleep in that room, and he'd dip in the middle of the night and read the X-ray.
Huh. Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Okay. Well, I was reading an article the other day said that right now about 30% of all X-rays are read by artificial intelligence. That in 24 months, all of them will be read by artificial intelligence.
Interesting.
Does that concern you?
Well, not me, because I'm fixed. I don't need to worry about stuff like that.
No.
But the thing is that, I don't believe him.
Say that again. We kind of cut out.
I said, I don't know where that's going to leave him now. Is he going to have a job?
Yeah.
I know, 100%.
Yeah, that's the discussion, is what impact is AI going to have on a lot of professions?
Well, I used to think I used to have a friend that had a satellite telephone. I used to think that he could no matter where he was, he could talk to anybody with that satellite. And I used to want one, but now my Apple Watch does that.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, we can all get to the point where we don't have to have jobs anymore, and y'all can continue to consume all of our information and news, and then just try and rag on us about it some more.
Well, I'm just
gives
telling
everyone
you,
more time to do that.
I think Donald Trump is doing a great job trying to bring jobs back to the U.S. I don't know if he's doing it out the best way. I don't know, but he's trying to bring jobs back to the U.S. He's trying to cut the debt, and I think and get rid of people we don't have to support. We won't have to support them.
Yeah.
So soon you're gonna be talking to your lawnmower and telling your lawnmower that he ain't doing a good job cutting your grass. And that's what's gonna happen.
Probably so.
Probably.
And you're gonna have an AI doctor on your Apple Watch writing prescriptions.
Yep.
There was a group of scientists who was on Drudge Report the other day, and I'll pull it up here in a second. Probably they're like leading AI scientists, and they're begging countries and people to stop because they think it's going to be the destruction of humanity.
Really?
Like they've been working on it for like 30 years, leaders and that.
Yeah.
And they believe they're going to get smarter than us and be able to control us.
I know the guy that's considered the father of AI. He has voiced similar concerns.
I mean, we're already having problems with bots on social media to where everyone's getting riled up and more extreme because they believe that's the actual real narrative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I was listening to a panel the other day. Like, social media, especially for our youngins, right, is just a poison.
Yep.
Because they get stuck in these algorithms. I've done it before, and I'm a grown adult. Some people think I'm still 18, but you get stuck in it, and you start believing more and more, and it keeps feeding you this information it thinks you want, and you get in this echo chamber, and it, you know, it never got me to a bad place, but I feel like it could get to a lot of people to do some drastic things.
Yeah.
I think the internet's the problem. And I think we've seen some countries where they limit social media, depending on age. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a freedom of speech guy, but I think it's a poison to our children.
Right. Yeah, and that's where parents really need to be vigilant. Okay, we'll take a break and more calls right after.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
One big, beautiful bill. A signature achievement for President Trump. The decisive vote to get it done in the U.S. Senate? Louisiana's Bill Cassidy. Cassidy stood with Trump to provide historic investments in border security. Together, they delivered critical tax relief for working families. And the Trump-Cassidy law will boost manufacturing and energy production right here in America. And when President Trump needed a partner in the U.S. Senate to pass tough new penalties on fentanyl traffickers, it was Bill Cassidy who stepped up and got it done. With Trump and Cassidy, you can count on one thing: a conservative agenda for Louisiana and America. Call Senator Cassidy at 225-929-7711. Thank him for standing with President Trump and for fighting and winning for Louisiana and America. Paid for by Louisiana Legacy Policy Solutions, Inc.
I have nothing to do.
Looking for something to do?
Listen up, Sinlaw.
Come celebrate National Hunting and Fishing Day on Saturday, September 27th at the LDWF Education Facility in Woodworth. It's a free event offering fishing, shooting activities, door prizes, and more. Learn more online.
Make plans now for the Red Wagon 5K and 1 mile wagon pull on Saturday, October the 4th at the Louisiana Athletic Club in Pineville. It's a fun-filled day of exercise and activities for the whole family. Check it out online.
Get revved up for the high-octane Classic Meets Modern Car Show on Saturday, October 11th. Come to Vaughn Chevrolet in LeCounte, where old school meets new school, along with music, food, and prizes. It's free, family-friendly fun.
Have a spooktacular time at the Pineville Family Fall Fest Thursday, October the 23rd at the Ward 9 Sports Complex. It's free. Enjoy a petting zoo, jumpers, hot dogs, and candy for everyone. Starts at 6.
Sounds good.
Sinlaw Broadcasting.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
It's Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
Okay, we're back. Alan Stephen with you on this Friday. Let's go to more calls. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I wanted to bring up the legislative updates we've been having. So I went to Nerbia the other day. I listened to the presentation by our state legislatures on their 18 months of progress. Sounds good and great, but I haven't seen nothing yet. They said they had, I think, 59 bridges that were supposed to be getting replaced, and they were on time. Like 90-something% of them, of those projects were on time. I don't see them. I hope they're going on. I'm taking it at face value of what they say is the truth, but I would love to see where our roads are getting better. Because we just drove to Monroe last night for a football game, and the roads suck.
Yeah. And I think in their defense, too, it's such a massive problem. It's probably going to take a lot of time into the next administration, I'm sure. I wish it could go faster.
I'm patient with it, but don't ask me for more taxes.
Yeah.
Right. We just need another lottery.
Yeah. We got to do something. I mean, turkey hunts aren't doing it.
We need people to move here.
Wasn't the lottery supposed to go? What was?
Oh, don't ask me. I don't remember, man. Childhood education, probably.
Oh, okay.
That's what Florida
education
does.
And that guy, a couple guys' pockets. That's how that works.
Gas taxes. That's what's supposed to go to roads, right?
Right. Yeah, that's a great tax. Wait till somebody dies and then tax their children for whatever is left. That's great.
I said gas taxes, not death taxes, but that's the same thing.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, not much difference.
Right?
So they did say that insurances would be, your rates should be going down. And he stated, one of the guys stated that some rates had been cut in half in some parishes. I haven't seen that yet on my homeowner's insurance. I would absolutely love to see it, but I'm not holding my breath there either. I don't know if anybody else listening has had a rate change yet. I know my automotive insurance only went up $100 a month this time.
Ooh.
So that's a smaller increase than we've had in previous.
Wait, $100
renewals.
was a small increase?
Oh yes.
So when I moved from Shreveport to Alexandria, my rate went up $100.
We're
confused.
We're looking at generally around $1,000 a year in increases.
Yeah.
Easy.
Wow.
Well, I lowered my coverage because I'm like, there's just no way I'm going to pay like $500 a month. And I don't know how much people are paying, but I got it down to about $230.
It wasn't long ago you could afford a mortgage on that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. I'd pay more in automotive insurances than I pay in mortgage.
Wow.
Golly. So you must buy your house.
He has a business though. So.
Yeah. Well, I can share those numbers with you offline. I'll be happy to. It's nothing secret. It's just ridiculous. It is what it is. As voters, we have to try and push our legislatures to make changes in our benefit. And I'm hoping that we're going to see it.
Yeah, and I think there was a very good attempt by especially the House Republicans to do that. Where did it die? Two factors in this last legislative session. One, the governor, and two, the Senate. So the efforts that try, but you're going up against money. You're going up against big money, which is in the pockets of the trial lawyers. And the governor takes money from the trial lawyers and goes on turkey hunts with them. So that's the reality of what we're facing here in this state. It just is.
I think the legislators they did make some what they think will be improvements. And I think we need to let it go on a little bit longer, see how things turn out, because just like whenever we have a new president, you expect something to change like that. Like we heard from the administration that they would lower prices immediately and end all the wars, right?
Right.
But we know reality, it takes a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then by that time, you forget who put them in place to blame, right? So
Absolutely. The terms have already been up, so did they? you don't know who's really to blame. It's the legislature in general allowing this culture to have gotten this way. Like you can sue anybody for anything, and that's not okay. That makes everybody's rates and all of our expenses increase.
I mean, when you go to other states, even like Texas, you do see a lot of the same commercials and billboards and things like that. But
it's not just commercials and billboards. It's the fact that you can sue for anything.
Yeah.
And win.
Yeah.
Somebody can fall through your ceiling onto a knife, and they're
trying to break in your house. Yeah.
Yeah, they broke in her house and fell on a knife, and she lost the suit.
Yeah.
That's ignorance.
It's not just ignorance, it's insanity.
Right. We let it go.
Yeah.
And I think our local delegation is well aware of that, too. And I think one of them made the comment during that meeting that, well, we know we don't have more brittle bones here in Louisiana than the rest of the country. But, and I think our local ones are doing a good job. They'll tell us even on air and off air, like, it's a compromise. It's politics, right? I mean, you're fighting with people with knees in Baton Rouge and New Orleans and other areas. So it's a tough ball game to play. And like Al was saying, House made of money, too. And so they have to deal with that as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great day, guys.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Which rapper said it's all about the Benjamins?
I don't know. Speaking of which, you saw 50 Cent is legitimately taking over downtown Shreveport at this point.
Make it look nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Wall Street looked headed for a higher open this morning. The Fed's preferred inflation metric was released and it matched expectations. The so-called PCE price index for August rose 0.2% month over month, a slightly slower pace than the month before. It gained 2.9% year over year, which was the same annual increase that we saw in July. These are core numbers which strip out volatile food and energy costs. Meanwhile, personal income and spending rose more than expected. Income's up 0.4% last month, spending rising 0.6%. OpenAI is rolling out a new ChatGPT feature that will deliver a set of personalized news, research, and other updates daily. The summaries are based on previous conversations that users have had with the chatbot. ChatGPT Pulse is available to select paid customers who get 5 to 10 visual cards daily. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Storms, tornadoes, power outages. It's the season, so get prepared. Get storm ready with Southern Air. Get a free estimate on a generator, the right generator for your home and family, plus 0% financing for 60 months with approved credit. Let Southern Air help you take the worry out of hurricane season. Take action now. Visit southernairnow.com and let us bear it. Or give us a call at 318-777-5555. Keep the lights on with Southern Air.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
Good morning. Sunny skies in store for us today. It's going to be nice. Afternoon highs 84 degrees. We'll see winds out of the north, so the humidity lower 5 to 10 miles an hour breezes today. Tonight, clear skies. We'll get down to 60 for the overnight low. And then get ready for an incredible weekend. Sunny skies Saturday and Sunday. We'll see the afternoon highs both days in the middle 80s. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talk Back.
Okay, this show's flying by way too fast here this morning. We could go another hour. You think we could cut off Moon for an hour?
I was wondering if we should have like a KSYL podcast after hours.
That would be cool.
Extended hour. It's
Yeah.
just not to like glorify myself here. It's just we're all so busy. You are, me.
Yeah.
I wish we could.
I know. It would be fun.
This is the easy part of the day, really, for us.
Yeah, for sure. All right. The phone number again, 318-442-8255. You're on TalkBack. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on TalkBack.
Good morning. Got a quick question for Stephen. Stephen, when you talked to the speaker yesterday, did he mention anything about the possible government shutdown next week?
Yes, he did. I can post that here. I just didn't want to flood my my page with it in a couple hours, but I'll post it.
Does he think it's going to happen?
He basically said if it does, it's going to be Chuck Schumer's fault.
No, I figured that. I mean, it probably is at this point because it's a clean CR. So, okay, I was just wondering what his thoughts were. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Schumer, kind of ensured the deal got done with a big, beautiful bill, but maybe even a little more so than Bill Cassidy. But
I mean, we always have to hear this. The government shutdown.
Like just every few months now, because they can't pass real budget bills. It's just these continuing resolutions, and I don't know, it's crazy. But part of the problem is they lump everything into one thing, and it's a mess. So before the break, you were mentioning how up in Shreveport, the city is teaming up with rapper 50 Cent, or as others call him, 50 Cent.
Curtis Jackson,
not to be confused with Curtis Jackson from The White Shadow, to redevelop downtown. This will be a new entertainment district expected to start as early as the fourth quarter of this year or the first quarter of next year. Part of the new district would include Millennium Studios, where flooding issues, they say, have to be addressed, and other things.
So as if you didn't know, Shreveport was the Hollywood of the South for a while there. All the movies and TV shows were being made
back
there.
in like the mid-2000s.
Mid-2000s.
Yeah.
And it just kind of died off.
Well, that's because the legislature took away the tax credit. They said that they were giving away too much, that they weren't getting enough in return. And so they greatly reduced it. I think there still is one, but it's not what it used to be. And guess what? All those studios went to Atlanta, went to Georgia. So that's why at the end of movies now, you'll see like the Georgia peach. Whereas for a lot of years, you were seeing, like the Expendables and that Coast Guard movie with, who was in that one? That was filmed there.
There was a bunch.
Yeah.
True Blood was there, I think, in Shreveport.
Yeah.
I think it was True Blood. Anyway, they're trying to revitalize it. 50 Cent is opening up G-Unit Film Studios at the original Millennium Studios, just down there in downtown Shreveport. He wants to revitalize that Red River entertainment district, and probably some casino ventures as well. So
anyway, KTBS, the TV station up there, has a really in-depth article about it, and that even at the end of the article has a list of how all the money will work in that, because there are some taxes that are involved there. More looks like it'll be paid by customers coming downtown to use retail shops and hotels and things like that.
Yeah.
So interesting. Very interesting.
And such potential in downtown Shreveport. And when I went there years ago with the Bossier Boardwalk, in conjunction with that, it was just such a nice area, such a fun area, and it's dead. Except for the casinos.
A couple times I've gone to downtown Shreveport, it's like it looks like a big city downtown, but nothing's there. Nobody's there. It's just sort of
compared to what it used to be, for sure.
Yeah, I know I went to a restaurant there with our family maybe about a year ago, and it was amazing. It was a delicious restaurant. But
which one was it?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I'm just curious. Like in downtown?
Yeah. You had like
Abby Singer
burgers, hot dogs. From what I remember.
I don't know. I like Shreveport.
It was one the son-in-law picked out.
Interesting.
Because he's got the pulse on the community like you did.
Well, I don't know what it is, so maybe not. So, yeah.
I think we invited you, but you couldn't come.
Oh, really?
At the time.
Maybe. I was probably trying to sleep.
Probably. But I it's like a lot of things. It has potential. Massive potential for growth.
In downtown, we've been seeing that revitalization across the country. efforts to do so. And I think they've done a decent job in Alexandria too. I mean, of course, it's not hustling and bustling like it used to be, but I enjoy going down there. And I know some people have concerns over safety. We get that call a lot. I personally don't feel unsafe when I go.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd walk anywhere at midnight, no matter where it's at. But yeah, I think they're doing a good job. We got some good places down there to eat and drink and some good hotels.
Somebody on Twitter yesterday shared how you know a place is a good real estate area is if it's 11 o'clock in the morning and you see women out with a drink in their hand riding their bicycle, then it's a good area. If you see at 11 in the morning a guy with a drink in his hand riding a bicycle, it's not a good area. I thought that was funny.
Well, I guess I'm not going to be riding my bike and drinking.
There you go. All right, we need to take a break. We're going back with more calls.
KSYL.
Louisiana forests once fueled our economy. Your granddad logged these woods. So did your dad. And now, Beaver Lake Renewable Energy is keeping that legacy alive, turning thinnings and wood byproducts into clean fuel right here in Pineville. It means more jobs, stronger forests, and a future that honors where Central Louisiana came from. Be part of Louisiana's next chapter. Visit BeaverLakeRenewable.com and find out how we're putting Central Louisiana back on the map.
All of us have that one friend who can just light up the room with a smile. And sadly, how many of us are just a little bit envious of that friend? Well, here's the good news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville can deliver that beautiful beaming smile. Over the years, hundreds of hopeful patients have visited and been completely satisfied. They've made getting dental implants an amazingly simple, low-anxiety procedure, one that's affordable for anyone's budget. The staff at Today's Dental go out of their way to make you feel comfortable with calming in-office IV sedation that's administered by a highly skilled, certified nurse anesthetist. And their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Isn't it your turn to light up that room? Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Gauthier. That's 448-4540.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK-TALKBACK.
And we are back on Talk Back. Al and Steven with you at 318-442-8255. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talk Back.
Yeah, the other day, y'all were talking about old-timey barber shops.
Mm-hmm.
And you had other shows, other guests come on, so it was inappropriate to call at the time. But I can recall back in 1964, a flat top was 75 cents and I guess a butch cut was 50 cents.
Wow.
And anyway, I do recall the day that John F. Kennedy was shot, specifically because they let school out early, and I went over to the barber shop, and there didn't seem to be a whole lot of sympathy for Mr. Kennedy. That was in Baton Rouge.
Wow. Why do you think that was?
Well, I just guess that at that time there was quite a lot of controversy about Mr. Kennedy and what he was doing. And, I think there was sort of a groundswell that wasn't too happy with him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Didn't something come out on Kennedy again yesterday?
I didn't see it.
I thought I saw something. I'll have to double check my notes. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for that. Appreciate it. It was the Missing Link. That's the restaurant that we went to. My son texted me.
Never went there.
It's kind of like a hot dog place, but they had other sandwiches too. It's really good. You never went there?
No.
Really?
The best restaurant, well, my favorite. Oh, go ahead.
Tom Spencer texted in the Blind Tiger. Did you ever go to that place?
No, but I heard it's a good place, good bar too.
Where did you go?
Well, I have a 2-year-old. I'm not going to go to the to the bar downtown. No, they have really good food there. I I hated driving downtown, so that's probably why I didn't go downtown too much. But the best restaurant, if you ever go up to Shreveport, in my opinion, it's called Gibbons. It's off of Erie Drive or East 70th Street right there, in that shopping corridor. They turned an old Cheddar's into this family-owned restaurant.
Gibbons?
And
It's awesome. It is reasonable.
Oh my gosh, it's the best food. It's like Texas Roadhouse steaks.
Yes.
Very good, very
it's like
tender.
$14.
Everything
less.
Everything there is so good. We would get appetizers. I'd get like an old fashioned and an entree and a dessert for me and my wife, and we would spend under $50. Easy.
Wow.
Little 3-course meal right there. And it was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, because my daughter and son-in-law live not even probably a mile from
If
there.
that.
Yeah. So that's kind of like our go-to spot normally, and it's been consistently good.
Oh, it's so good. And it's always packed. You could be there on a Wednesday at 2:12.
I know, it's always packed.
It's packed.
Yep.
And every time we would have something good go on, we'd like, oh, let's go celebrate at Gibbons. So good.
We'd always invite Stephen, but couldn't come.
We just had diametrically opposed schedules.
You did.
You've worked that schedule.
Oh, yeah. The morning shift is a...
Well, we're just now getting to the point, too, where, my wife's in school, so it's kind of hard for me to get away, because if I go away and do something for a while, then she can't study, and I'd her to make money, so so we can get our Bugatti or something,
There you go. But, yeah, Shreveport has a lot of options. I like going up to visit there, and a lot of different places you can go, and good stuff.
Well, yeah, really good places here, too.
Yeah.
I did a story on that new bar opening up at the old Frosty Factory right here in
saw that.
Jackson.
Yeah.
And they're so cool, Jasmine and Trey Williams, I think so. They're opening up Pretty Please Bar. The inside is fantastic. They're going to have the old Frosty Factory daiquiris as well. And they're going to do R&B Wednesdays and, football on Sundays and brunches and, club atmosphere as well. So good for them. I like it when people start up new businesses here.
Somebody's asking me if you ever ate at Herbie K.
Oh, yeah. Oh, or Herbie K's is top 3, too.
Really?
And the people who run it are so nice. So cool. Get the Shrimp Buster. But when you get a beer there, I know how you wouldn't drink it. But if you get a big beer there, they give them these frosty goblets.
Frosty goblets?
Oh, they're so cool, man. Herbie K's is fantastic. The only thing is it's in a really bad part of town, and the owner there was shot outside of it at one point.
Oh, jeez.
But
it's like California.
It's still stuck out there because it's such a nostalgic place and great building. But
do you see what's going on in California? Did you see that video that's been going on? These gangs are going around. They just swarm into a jewelry store.
I saw that.
Break the case. There've been 30 of them in the last few months.
And it's just a big city problem.
Yeah.
I don't.
The governor's more worried about ICE agents.
No, don't politicize it. It's just a big city problem.
He's politicizing it.
He is worried about ICE agents.
All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
So your previous caller shocked me.
Shocked you?
And, I'm rarely shocked. But he said that when Kennedy was killed, that some people weren't very complimentary of Kennedy. I am shocked that our political system and our parties were that divided and that contentious back in the good old days that people were actually shooting presidents and people didn't care. It's almost as if the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So Eric, to all you people, and Pineville's got it. Pineville, Alexandria has a bad case of used tos. For all you people who believe that, it used to not be this bad, human nature does not change. We've been fighting over words and politics and beliefs since Cain was kicked out of the garden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
I mean,
and sometimes we hear about the good old days too, right? Like we always hear we can get back to the American good old days. I'm just confused as to when that was. Do you have any answers on that?
Yeah, I read my Hemingway, and then The Old Man and the Sea. The old man tells the boy, the good old days are not what they used to be, and they never were. It's just an illusion. And also in Faulkner, in A Rose for Emily, when he talks about the old people look at the past like this vast valley of good times that you walk into, and there's nothing but good memories. So those are a couple But also, just keep in mind that we only remember the good times.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism for our memory that we only remember the good times.
I don't know. I'm a bad times kind of guy. I remember all the people that did me wrong.
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe you have.
Oh, you bleeped yourself. What'd you say?
I said maybe you haven't had any good times.
That's right.
and
Until I married my wonderful wife.
You've been unfair to Harvey K. That is not a goblet. That's the fish bowl with beer in it. It's huge and it's cold, and the ice floats on top of the beer.
It's good.
Foam.
Get a good old Frosty
It's a
Ultra.
great place.
It's good.
Yes, it's awesome. Go to it. Now, don't go after dark.
You might want to be careful on the day, too. I'm not going to lie. That's a bad part of town.
Wow. That's a shame.
The good thing is there's nothing left over there but Harvey K. So there's not much going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's it. That's the only thing there. You have Herbie K's and a business across the street for like industrial stuff.
Wow. So it's Hood.
I don't think it's anything. No one's there.
All right. Our last break and more calls coming up.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer. Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 11-1, select models only.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
That song's dedicated to Steven.
What is it?
That's a John Cougar Mellencamp song. I fight authority, and authority always wins.
That's right. Keeping us down, baby. Nothing we can do except fight. Fight.
Fight for your right.
It's a party.
Or Public Enemy. You got to fight the power.
You know who I really like lately?
Who?
Speaking of nostalgia. And it wasn't really nostalgia for my days, but Beastie Boys. I've been listening to a lot of Beastie Boys.
Really? That's interesting.
It reminds me of Futurama because the main character always listened to Beastie Boys.
Okay.
I know you know nothing what I'm talking about. Have you ever watched King of the Hill?
I've seen clips of it.
You really got to watch it.
I know
the
you
old
told me
ones.
that before.
I mean, it's made for you.
Yeah, I know.
But the new one looks hilarious because it really focuses on like political, cultural. Like Hank is the ultra conservative who, vegetarians drink my beer.
You boys.
And it's always like the leftist of the left, people bugging him.
Yeah.
But with it revamped
it's
now.
It's like me working with you on this show.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let me tell you, I'm really out there on the left.
It's a joke.
I have people call me thinking like I came straight from like,
I know.
Like the suburbs of Los Angeles.
It's hilarious.
I literally grew up more country than most of you.
Oh, I know.
I'm surprised I don't have my cowboy boots on today. But anyway, it's just like the cultural references in this new reboot of the show is gonna be hilarious.
Oh,
like Bobby's dating like your stereotypical liberal woman.
You have blue hair or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is fine.
Bobby.
It's just gonna be funny. I know it is.
When you say Bobby, I think of our old producer at the TV station.
Bobby.
Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Y'all need to watch it. Y'all need to lighten up.
Did you see? I don't know. We have a couple calls. We'll get you in just a second, but John Solomon's reporting that the FBI hid for 4 years that on January 6th, they had 274 agents that they filtered into the crowd, and most of them later complained felt like they were political pawns. It's on the front page
That's
of
kind of
Just the
vague.
News.
I need to read that.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good article.
The FBI doing something shady?
It isn't so. All right. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I believe I can solve that riddle or that quandary about why the old days are so good and the present is so bad.
Yeah.
When you're 20 years old, most any time is a good time, especially when you're 75 and you can remember that far back.
That's true. Yeah.
Any 20-year-old day is way better than most 75-year-old days.
I hear you.
Well, you're wise and knowledgeable at this point.
Well, maybe knowledgeable, but I'm not real sure about the wise part.
Of course, if we knew at 20 what we know now at 60 or 70, we probably would have gotten in a lot more trouble. Or maybe gotten away with it more.
Or not done some stupid stuff.
Or maybe that too.
I think that'd be it, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good insight. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right.
I could tell you right now, if I had the mind of my 33-year-old self, my liver would be in a lot better shape.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about that, do you?
That changed at about 25 for me, but 15 to 25.
Well, that was like in your baby bottle in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm telling you. There's a picture of me when I was like 2 years old with a Pabst beer bottle, tipped right side up, and I'm drinking the remnants of it.
That's what my wife has some pictures of her in Venezuela, showing her drinking one of the beers at like 10 or something.
Gosh.
As a joke. But.
Right. All right. Last call for today. Good morning. You're on Talkback. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're about to go to break, so you got to be quick.
You forgot to mention Monjuni's on Louisiana Avenue. The original Monjuni's.
Monjuni.
They have one on Erie, too. That's where it's at now, I think.
Yeah, but go to the original. It's where all the lawyers go at lunch.
That's where they took me for my...
but it's one...
I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said that's where they took me for my job interview when I went to Shreveport. The one he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, the old one. Real quickly, as far as I know, ICE and Homeland Security are federal employees.
Right.
And they're being attacked. Even last night on Law and Order SCU, ICE was attacked.
Wow.
And they're doing a great job in protecting our country.
They made a point. Yeah, one of the people speaking yesterday about what happened in Dallas was noting how, as the bullets were still flying, that the ICE agents were trying to administer first aid to the immigrants, the illegal immigrants that have been hit.
Yeah.
Showing that these are not people that don't care for people. They actually do. They're just doing their job.
Did you see that? And I'm not trying to be a contrarian. Did you see the video circulating where one of the officers pushed this woman who was kind of frantic about her husband?
Mm-hmm.
It's making the waves right now on social media. That's just a case-by-case scenario.
I mean, but officers are trained to do that.
You have to watch the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, we could have gone another hour today easily.
Stay on Facebook Live for you. Not really. I gotta go.
Okay. We'll talk with you again Monday, everyone. Have a great day.